what my mama did or didn't do. But I could never look at my sister and say, oh, your daddy a bum. Like, we make fun of my little sister.
Yep. Oh, this is a negative fill cloth. I'm gonna explain this later, but this is a cloth that uses negative fill to like subtract light from environment. There is a car waiting on me, but let me just do this real quick. This is a camera I'm leaving the house with. I'm not leaving with both cameras. So what's this? Oh shit! No. Bro, I got an XLR handle. This has to be a mistake. You're not come with an XLR handle. I don't know how I got this, but the camera I got was not supposed to come with an XLR handle. they made a mistake and sent this to me. I was not supposed to get an XLR handle. Wow. Interesting. I was not supposed to get an XLR handle. It was just the camera. I was supposed to just get the camera by itself. Alright. This is the camera. Wow, this is it. Full frame, fx3. I'm not sure if it's lighter, but because the fx30 has a cage on it, that's why it probably is heavy, but this is very light compared to the fx30. Wow, interesting. But again, I was not supposed to get an XLR handle. I don't know how I got that. What's this? This is a battery charger. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, it comes with 2 battery chargers. And what else? I have no idea what this is, but it's something. I don't know what this is. And I think this is the battery. So it comes with a dual. It comes with a dual charger, but just one battery. I'm not sure whose fuck up this is, but I was not supposed to get an XLR handle on this camera. So I don't know whose fuck up this is, but thank you for your fuck up. Thank you very much for your fuck up. Alright, so I'm gonna just switch all the components and put them on this camera because this is the camera I'm taking with me. Damn, I have to go. I have to leave the house, but I want to leave with 2 cameras. Alright, let's just load this sucker in, see how much charge we have before we leave the house. English, I understand.
Yeah, it's easy. Y'all all on Facebook.
First test.
What is your daddy name on Facebook? It's not Earl Phillips, but it's definitely Earl. It's Earl, but it's not Earl Phillips. Because that's where I got that photo from. Look, I know y'all like that social media shit, but with me, take that shit down. And I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not mad at you. But I will be if you do that shit a second time.
You just said it to our mom.
So understand this clearly. Take that shit down right now. It was cute. It was cool. Don't let that shit happen again, okay? I love you. Kiss on the forehead. Have a good day.
This is the first image coming out of the fx3. There's nothing changed on it except the ISO. The base ISO is 800. The next one is 12,800. So this is just 800. I don't think I'm in log. No, I'm not in log. I think this is cinematic mode. I'm gonna change it to log though, but this is pretty clean. This looks alright. Using the Sigma 20-70 lens, and you can see the difference. Like, this is, damn, that 1.5 crop from the fx30 is crazy. Because this is the camera, this is the lens directly in front of me. I can touch the lens right here. This is the lens right here. So this is pretty cool. This is nice. Yeah, you can't roll with this shit. Like, this is arm length away. You can see the arm entirely. So I'm gonna change it to lockdown. I don't like this. I'm not shooting this.
What
do you mean?
Something about what your parents did with you as a kid that you would do similarly, you are replicating now as a parent.
All right, so I don't know if it changes the dynamic of how I was raised, or if my dad didn't treat me like a child growing up. I mean, he didn't instill responsibilities on me, because my responsibility was like, you know, I still had to go to work with him and all that shit. I was driving at a very young age, but so was a couple of the kids in my country, like not my what you call it, country of the Jamaica, kind of not just a country, but in the country, a lot of young kids drove. In the Kingston, that's kind of different, but in my country, St. Thomas, we was like, no exaggeration, we were driving at like 11 years old on the main road like this. We was every fucking we were driving. I don't know, a lot of people can say that, but yeah, we was driving at 11 years old. So, and my dad didn't treat me like a child. He showed, like, he didn't hide things from me. He showed me stuff. Like, this is the bill. This is how you do your taxes. This is where you pay for your taxes. This is where you go to get your passport. This is how you do your drive. He shared all of the adult information with me. But I'm not sure if he did it because I was his son or was because he was just learning. Because remember, my daddy was in prison for a minute. So when he came back to Jamaica, he had to learn these things because he didn't know about these things. He know about American process. So I guess at the point when he was learning it, he was teaching it to me. So I know to go to, like, from primary school. I'm not going to say primary school because people might say, oh, you're fucking lie. I'm going to say, like, start saying high school, 11 years old. I knew how to do taxes. I knew how to which department to go to do this. I knew how to do all of that shit. He would. And my daddy was the first person that, he was the one that I knew I was smart because of my dad. Because my dad would ask me, what?
My foot cramped and I thought he was going to die.
I'm not. But, okay, you can, but I'm not. So, I'm saying, my dad was the first person that let me realize that I was smart. Because, shout out to Henry. I don't know where that nigga is. I do not know where that is. Shout out to Henry. Shout out to Greedy. Shout out to Cardell. Shout out to Javon. These were my primary school friends. All
Cardell,
bad.
that's not your brother?
Hell no. He's a different guy. Cardell, not Cardell. Cardell. Shout out to Cardell and Cardale. Cardell was Cordel. Cardale is Cardale. So Cardell. Cardell grew up in a bad area. Grew up in a place called Dumfries. Bad freaking area. We were bad kids, but we were cool in school. And shout out to my father. My dad used to ask me if I want to go to school. Yeah, like, the thing is, I don't know about a lot of kids, but I had a TV in my room when I was, like, no, everyone has a TV now and phone and tablet. But back then, it wasn't so popular. And I had a TV in my room back then. Back in 2000, when a lot of parents didn't have a TV in their house, I had a TV in my room. I had game, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. So, my dad used to ask me if I want to go to school. He's like, hey, Andrew, what's up? I was like, what's up, Dad? He's like, you want to go to school today? If I go to school, I get my full lunch money. Right? If I don't go to school, I get half my lunch money and I stay home. Sister called to me like, Andrew, you want to go to school today? And a couple of times I was like, nah. He's like, all right, see, half your lunch money here. And I would stay home and play games. When I'm ready, I go to shop and buy whatever I want to buy. Yeah, he used to ask me, and I used to, like, if it wasn't my friends, I wouldn't go to school. And that's why I knew I was smart, because I was missing a lot of days at school. But I could still solve the problems when I come to school. I had a teacher, God rest her soul, I don't know where she is. I think she was a principal for some school down the park. But she was my grade 6 teacher. Her name is Miss Ford. Miss Ford said this to me.
I went back to school. Normal, I went back to school. Miss Ford said to me, you left my class and you came back dumber than a door inch. I don't know what that means until this day. But Miss Ford said to me, you came back to school dumber than a door inch. I still remember that shit. I don't know what the fuck that means. But she said that shit to me. So, but the thing is, I used to be like a C plus kid in school. And the only reason I wasn't an A student was, I guess, that's before I knew I was autistic. Before I knew I was fucking ADHD. But I can tell you the answer for stuff, but I can't tell you how I got the answer. And the schooling system in Jamaica is grade 50-50. So you get 50% for the answer and 50% for the working out. I could not show you how I got the answer, but I can always get the answer correct. I can guess it. You say some random ass number to me. You say, DeAndre, what is 5,000 multiplied by this mother? And I can just guess the answer is gonna be right, but I cannot show you how the fuck I got it. Dead ass. So I was a C plus student because I had to work on my working out. Long division was the worst thing for me to do. I could not understand long division. I could not, but I think I learned long division is like college. I couldn't make it like, why are you moving the zero?
Well, long division is something you have to work on.
I'm like, what the fuck are we moving this? Where does this zero come from? And why do we have to move this zero from here to here? Why? Like, I didn't learn that shit until like college. But, and then I learned that it's, a lot of times, I learned that it's a teacher. It's not the students. Because when I was teaching, I learned that I had a class of 35 kids. I learned that each 35 kids has a different way of how they learn. They're not just white blank canvases for you to paint on. They're all individual who learn at different paces. So in my class, there wasn't even like a separation of students. There was more like, it was more like I would find out what the kids like and cater their learning aspect to that. There's this one kid in my class named Norman. Listen, Norman is an adult now, so I can say this, right? Norman is an adult now, so I can say this. I hated fucking Norman. As a teacher, you know, you ever hate a kid? Have you ever hate a child? I hated Norman. Listen, Norman used to give me nosebleeds. Norman used to give me nosebleeds. I'm dead serious. He was so dense at learning. And I think he was doing it on purpose. He was getting nothing. He was understanding nothing. No matter how much I set it or how much I put it, Norman was understanding nothing. Until I learned that Norman liked football. And I would try to cater the knowledge towards football. Like, how many balls score this goal. I had to learn 16-yard box, 20-yard box, how much players on the field. I had to learn everything about soccer and then teach him maths through soccer. This nigga was dead. Listen, this nigga was dead. So, you understand where? You see, if he doesn't understand something, he disrupt the entire class. I used to tell, like, in America, when they do bullshit, they would tell, like, go to the principal's office. I used to do that shit in Jamaica a lot. I used to kick that one over class a fucking lot. Like, I swear to God. I used to kick that nigga out of the class a lot. Norman, listen, I was trying with Norman. It wasn't, but no, if Norman ever see this, I hear what I'm saying. He's probably like, that's bullshit to kick a kid out, not teach him. But listen, you remember the biblical story? They say you can't leave 49 sheep go and search for one sheep. That was fucking Norman. I couldn't fuck up everybody else just to teach Norman. I would not know. I rather Norman get fucked that everyone else learn. That, you alright? You alright? You look sleepy. No, you look sleepy. I'm looking at you, look sleepy. But now I'm not gonna lie. I rather Norman fucking fail the grade. I rather Norman fail the grade than the entire class fail. I promise you. Norman, this one, I would be about this. And now I'm gonna come to me and I'm like, sir. Long as shit in that class. Long as shit. And you come, I be like, sir, I ask you something. You have a girlfriend. I say Lord, that's fucking that class. You have a girlfriend. Norman, please go sit down. Norman, please just go sit down. Turn around, writing something on the board. Entire class laugh. Turn around, Norman behind me dancing in the class. Why you singing John? Listen. You be in the class quiet, young girl. Norman have chips passing around the whole class. Norman you singing John. Norman you singing John. Listen. There's this one kid. I think she's probably a doctor over here now. She was mad smart. I forgot what her name was. She was really. I remember the kids that give me trouble. Not the kids that were smart. Kids that give me trouble, I remember them. Not the smart kids. She was so gifted. She was a gifted child. I don't think I helped this child any at all. I think this child came to me gifted. She was doing the... What's the thing over here you do? SATs? You do some kind of SAT? Yeah, we don't have that in Jamaica. But she was doing the SAT because she was migrating coming to America. So she was doing the SAT. So I was teaching her the SATs. How to do the SAT. She was... I didn't influence this kid anyway. I just facilitated. She was mad smart. She took a liking to Norman, and I hated that shit. Listen, I broke that. Listen. She liked Norman, so she would try to help Norman. She would always try to teach Norman shit. I would break them up every day. I was like, nigga, you're not responsible for breaking this child's future. I don't care. I would break them up every chance I get. She's like, Norman, let me help you with this. No, you're not. Focus on your future. You're a smart girl. Focus on your future. Do not help Norman. Do not help Norman. I'll teach Norman. That's my job. Yeah.
That's not nice.
I don't care. I will not allow Norman to crush this girl's future. I will not. Norman is not going to crush this girl's future. But fuck Norman though. He's a cool kid though. What?
So you would teach your child about adult things?
Yeah. Damn, you see him make me spiral off? You see the ADHD? Nah, you see the ADHD kicking out?
I just made this come back around for a circle.
God damn, that's the ADHD. You made me tell like 10 goddamn stories just now. You made me tell 10 stories. So, I would treat my child like an adult. I would try to make him have fun as a child, but I would treat my child like an adult. Like, there's nothing I would hide from my child. Like, once you can touch the gas pedal, you're driving. The moment your foot can touch the gas pedal, you are driving. Any adult, if I learn how, like, my job, I would learn how to do Microsoft Excel, all of this.
Oh no.
I'm teaching my child Microsoft Excel at a young age. You're learning Microsoft, you're learning code. Anything I know, there won't be an age limit to him knowing it. He's learning anything. Oh, son, this is how you take a car engine out. Come out here. You're going to learn to take a car engine out. Yeah.
But you have an iPad, kid.
Yeah, well, I monitor it. I monitor everything he does.
But he's still an iPad, kid.
Yeah, but he's going to be an iPad and an outside kid. Not just an iPad kid. He's going to be an outside kid too.
I don't like that my niece is an iPad kid.
So he's not just an iPad kid. So 800 is too low.
You gotta give him some activities.
But 12,000 is too bright.
So start playing and running around with the other kids.
So what if I drop the F stop?
Gotta get over here.
Alright. All I do is just drop the F stop to 3.2 and I'm pleased with this. Yeah?
Why your lights aren't on? The fucking sun is down, bitch. Cut your lights on.
We're going to Virginia.
We're going to South Bowie.
Yeah.